Good morning, sir. Myself Neha Sarkar from second year ECE department. Today I present a little bit of presentation on generation of AM. First off, we talk about content. Here the contents are generation of AM, gated modulators, square modulators, balanced modulators, and conclusion. What is amplitude modulation? Is a technique used in electronic communication most commonly for transmitting information via a radio carrier wave. And what is gated modulators? Gated modulators use as a switch that is driven by carrier signal to get the message signal. Let's talk about working principle of gated modulators. When the carrier signal is high, the switch closes, allowing the message signal to the pass through. When the carrier signal is low, the switch opens and blocking the message signal. Here we conclude that the amplitude of the carrier signals is varied in proportion. Let's talk about its advantages and disadvantages. It is simple and expensive and can produce high quality modulation. And also it has many type of disadvantages like limited bandwidth, requires a stable carrier signal. Here a little bit of diagram of its, where it shows capacitor, resistor, and this diagram indicates the gated modulators. And this is very basic of modulators. Next is square law modulators. Square law modulators use as a nonlinear device to mix the message signal with a carrier signal. Working principle of it. The nonlinear device generates harmonic of the input signals. The low pass filter selects the desired harmonic to produce the modulated output. Advantages of square law: simple and reliable, can handle high power levels, and disadvantages are requires precise tuning, can produce unwanted harmonics. It concludes that it is a very simple, but also it requires precise tuning and produce unwanted harmonics and can handle high power of levels. This is all about of square law modulators. Next we go to the circuit diagram of it to know very well the square law modulators. Let's see the diagram now. Diagram of it. This is here the diagram of square law diode modulator. Here we saw the A-twinned circuit is used and also a PN diode is also used, and from a point PN diode and from a point twinned circuit we got the output which is plus and got the result. There is a plus point, also a negative point. Let's talk about next modulators, which is known as balanced modulators. Balanced modulators use two nonlinear devices to cancel out the carrier signal, leaving only the modulated output. Working principle: the carrier signal is fed into both nonlinear devices in opposite phases. The message signal is fed into both devices in the same phase. The carrier signals cancel each other out, leaving only the modulated output. Advantages of it: high carrier supervision, reduced distortion. Disadvantages of the requires precise Disadvantages of the balanced modulators: requires precise matching of nonlinear devices, more complex circuit design. Here we conclude that it is a more complex circuit to design, and it also high carrier supervision, and it also reduces distortion. It requires precise matching of nonlinear devices. It's basically based on nonlinear device to cancel out the carrier signal. It means when we need to cancel the carrier signal, we use the balance modulators. Let's saw the circuit diagram of it. Here it is the circuit diagram of balance modulators. Here we see a push-pull circuit. Carrier input in the beginning of the circuit, and we got the DSB output also, and also have a audio input. Collectors are connected in parallel. Here we used 12 volt of current, and it all about the circuit of the balance modulator circuit. This circuit is beautifully designed to understand the balance modulators can easily. It all about the balance modulator circuit. Next we go through the part of conclusion. AM modulator techniques like gated modulators, coil modulators, and balance modulators are essential in various communication systems. Each method has its advantages and disadvantages, making them suitable for different applications. It means when we talk about modulators, it is types of three types about gated, square law, and balanced. Both are important. And thank you for hearing me.